Desire alone, however, is not enough to guarantee improvement. To get better, you must take action. Desire without action is merely a dream, a wish that floats in your mind but never manifests in reality. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It is the force that turns your thoughts into tangible results. To improve, you must decide to take that first step, no matter how small, and then follow through with consistent effort over time. Without action, your desire will remain just a desire, nothing more. But when you begin to take action, even in the smallest of ways, you create momentum. That momentum builds and grows, propelling you forward toward your goals. Action, however, needs to be intentional and focused. It's not enough to simply be busy, you need to be productive. In today's world, there are countless distractions, and it's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind, convincing yourself that you're working hard. But true improvement comes when your actions are aligned with your goals. You need to be clear about what you want to achieve and then focus your energy on activities that directly contribute to that vision. Without a plan or direction, your actions may lead you in circles, never bringing you closer to your desired outcome. The key is to know where you're headed and to take deliberate steps toward that destination. Every action should be purposeful. Every decision should be made with your goal in mind. Taking action also means embracing failure. It's a natural part of the process. The road to improvement is not a straight line, and setbacks are inevitable. But instead of being discouraged by failure, you must learn to see it as a stepping stone toward success. Each failure is an opportunity to grow, to learn what doesn't work, and to refine your approach. The key is to keep moving forward no matter how many times you fall. Those who succeed are not the ones who avoid failure, but the ones who persist despite it. They understand that each failure brings them closer to the version of themselves they want to become. As you take action, consistency becomes paramount. Consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. It's not about doing something once and expecting it to work. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and making small, consistent improvements over time. Consistency builds habits, and habits over time shape your identity. If you make consistent efforts toward improvement, you will inevitably see results. The more consistently you act, the more progress you'll make, and the more confident you will become in your ability to succeed. This is the power of compounded effort. Alongside action, there's another critical element in the process of getting better: self-discipline. It is the ability to stick to your plan and stay committed to your goals even when motivation wanes. Motivation is powerful, but it's fleeting. On some days, you will feel inspired, energized, and ready to take on the world. But on other days, that fire will burn low, and you'll have to rely on your self-discipline to keep moving forward. Self-discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about making choices in alignment with your goals, even when those choices require sacrifice or discomfort. Self-discipline is the bridge that keeps you going when motivation alone isn't enough. It's the quiet strength that carries you through the difficult moments and helps you stay on course. Self-discipline also requires a deep understanding of your long-term goals. When you know where you're headed and why it matters to you, it becomes easier to stay disciplined. You understand that the discomfort you experience in the moment is temporary, but the rewards of your effort will last a lifetime. Self-discipline isn't about forcing yourself to work through every moment of resistance. It's about training yourself to make the right choices over time. It's about recognizing the importance of the small daily actions that, when accumulated, lead to significant change. If you cultivate self-discipline, you will find yourself continually moving forward, even in the face of challenges. It's a skill that can be developed over time, and as you strengthen your discipline, your ability to get better increases. To get better, you must combine your desire for improvement with decisive, consistent action and self-discipline. These two forces work together to create the results you want. Desire gives you the drive to improve, but without action and discipline, that desire will never turn into reality. It's through the combination of these elements that growth happens. It's in the daily actions, the small habits, and the moments of perseverance that you transform into a better version of yourself. And as you continue on this journey, you'll find that the desire to improve doesn't diminish, it grows stronger. The more you improve, the more you realize what you're capable of, and the more you want to achieve. The key to success lies in the marriage of desire, action, and discipline. When all three are in alignment, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Overcoming doubt and fear is an essential part of the journey toward improvement. Doubt and fear are natural emotions that everyone faces at some point. They are the barriers that stand between where you are now and where you want to be. These emotions arise when we step outside our comfort zone or face something unknown, and they can be incredibly powerful if we allow them to control us. But the key to overcoming doubt and fear is to recognize that they are not the end of the road. They are simply signals that we are on the verge of growth. When you experience doubt, it often means that you are challenging yourself and moving into new territory. It's a sign that you're pushing your limits and striving for something greater. Fear, on the other hand, is a natural response to uncertainty. The fear of failure, rejection, or not being good enough can paralyze you if you let it. However, it's important to understand that fear is not a barrier, but a call to action. When fear shows up, it's a reminder that you're about to embark on something important. Instead of running from it, lean into it. Acknowledge the fear, but don't let it control you. The more you face your fears head-on, the less power they will have over you. When you take action despite the fear, you not only grow stronger, but you also build confidence. With each step forward, the fear becomes smaller and the belief in yourself becomes bigger. Doubt works the same way. It creeps in when you question your abilities, when you wonder if you're capable of reaching your goals. But doubt, like fear, is not an enemy, it's a challenge. It forces you to confront your limitations and to question your assumptions. Rather than letting doubt paralyze you, use it as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Doubt can be defeated through action. When you continue to move forward, despite your doubts, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. By taking small steps, building momentum, and proving yourself wrong, you begin to dispel the power of doubt. The more you push through fear and doubt, the more you realize that these emotions are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth. Overcoming them is part of the process of getting better. Consistency is another key element that plays a massive role in improvement. Consistency is the secret ingredient that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. In a world that values instant gratification and quick results, it's easy to get discouraged when progress doesn't happen overnight. But true improvement doesn't happen in bursts of effort. It happens through consistent, steady action over time. Consistency is about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. It's about doing the work even when motivation is low, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's about making small, incremental improvements every day and trusting that those efforts will compound over time. Think about physical fitness as an example. If you want to get stronger, you don't go to the gym for a few hours, lift heavy weights, and expect to see immediate results. True progress comes from showing up consistently, lifting weights day after day, even when it feels hard or when you don't see visible changes right away. The same principle applies to any area of life. Whether it's building a business, improving your skills, or becoming a better leader, consistency is the key to long-term success. The more consistently you put in the effort, the closer you get to your goals. Over time, those small actions will build on one another, and you'll begin to see the results of your hard work. Discipline is the final pillar that helps you stay on track toward getting better. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when the road is tough and the rewards seem distant. It's easy to start a journey with enthusiasm and energy, but maintaining that momentum over the long haul requires discipline. Discipline is the ability to keep going, even when things get difficult. It's about sticking to your plan and continuing to work toward your goals, even when you'd rather take a shortcut or quit altogether. It's about having the mental strength to stay focused on your long-term vision, rather than being distracted by immediate comforts or temptations. Discipline is what helps you stay committed to your personal growth. It's the ability to make sacrifices in the short term for long-term success. When you have discipline, you know that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to work hard every single moment. It's about creating habits and routines that support your goals. When you make discipline a part of your life, it becomes second nature. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stick to your plans and stay on course. Discipline also means making decisions that align with your goals, even when they are difficult. It means saying no to distractions and temptations that may derail your progress. It's about being willing to do what others are unwilling to do, knowing that the rewards will come as a result. Discipline is a muscle that you can strengthen over time. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes, and the easier it is to stay focused on your goals. It's the force that keeps you pushing forward when things get hard, and it's what helps you stay on the path of improvement, no matter what challenges you face along the way. Discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about being consistent, staying focused, and making choices that support your growth every single day. Desire for improvement is the driving force that fuels personal growth. Without a strong desire to become better, there's little motivation to take the necessary steps toward change. This desire is often the spark that ignites the journey of self-improvement, pushing you to aim higher and strive for more. It's the internal drive that leads you to question your current state and fuels the urge to reach for something greater. The moment you develop a deep desire to improve, you start to see the potential for growth in every aspect of your life, from personal habits to professional endeavors. Desire gives you the energy to take the first step, even when the path seems unclear. It's not just about wanting change, but about being deeply committed to making it happen. The greater your desire to improve, the more likely you are to persist in the face of challenges. When that inner fire is strong, it propels you forward, even when external circumstances try to pull you back. This desire is what makes the journey worthwhile, pushing you to constantly ask yourself, how can I be better today than I was yesterday? It's what turns the pursuit of improvement from a fleeting wish into a lifelong mission. However, desire alone is not enough to achieve lasting improvement. Action is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's easy to be caught up in the excitement of new goals and aspirations, but without consistent action, those goals will remain nothing more than a dream. Action is the tangible expression of your desire to improve. It's the daily decisions you make that move you closer to your goals. The key is to take deliberate, purposeful steps, no matter how small they may seem at first. Over time, these actions compound and the results begin to show. It's the habit of taking action, even when motivation is low, that ensures continuous progress. Every day is an opportunity to put your plans into motion, whether it's through learning something new, honing a skill, or making strides toward your goals. The more you act, the more confidence you build, and the clearer your path becomes. Without action, the best intentions remain unfulfilled. This is why it's so important to turn your thoughts and desires into concrete steps that move you forward. Only through action will you begin to see the changes you hope for. Alongside desire and action, overcoming doubt and fear is crucial to improvement. Doubt creeps in when you question your ability to succeed, while fear holds you back from stepping into unknown territory. Both can be paralyzing, making it difficult to take the necessary risks to grow. But overcoming these emotions is a part of the process. Doubt often arises when you challenge yourself, pushing you outside of your comfort zone. It's natural to feel uncertain when you embark on something new or face a difficult goal. However, doubt should be seen as an opportunity to prove yourself wrong. The more you face doubt and move forward despite it, the less power it has over you. Similarly, fear is something that many people avoid, yet it's in facing our fears that we grow. Fear is a natural response to change, but it doesn't have to control your actions. When you take small steps to push through your fears, you begin to develop resilience. By confronting your doubts and fears head-on, you gain confidence in your abilities and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you originally believed. The act of overcoming doubt and fear is an essential part of becoming better because it builds mental strength and resilience. It teaches you to trust yourself and take risks that ultimately lead to growth. The final key to improvement is consistency. Consistency is the thread that ties together desire, action, and overcoming obstacles. It's easy to be motivated in the beginning, but consistency is what keeps you going, even when the initial excitement fades. The key to improvement is not just in the grand gestures or huge efforts, but in the small, consistent actions taken every day. When you consistently show up and put in the effort, even on the days when motivation is lacking, you build momentum. This momentum compounds over time, and before long, the improvements you've made will become a permanent part of who you are. Consistency creates habits that push you forward, and these habits shape your future. Whether it's consistently reading, exercising, or working toward a personal or professional goal, consistency ensures that progress is made day in and day out. It's easy to fall off track when results don't come quickly, but consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who quit. When you stay consistent, even during tough times, you solidify your commitment to improvement, and the rewards eventually follow. The desire to improve is often the initial spark that ignites the journey of personal growth. This desire is what motivates you to look at your current state and realize there is more to achieve, more to become. Without a strong desire to improve, the energy to change simply isn't there. It's the burning inner drive that pushes you to seek out better ways of living, thinking, and acting. This desire doesn't come from external forces or other people, it's something deeply personal. It's the recognition that you are capable of more, and it fuels the ambition to push beyond what you currently know or have. When you truly desire improvement, you are no longer content with mediocrity. Your mind shifts, and you start seeing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. The desire to improve keeps you motivated during times of difficulty and doubt. It drives you to keep learning, experimenting, and refining your approach, knowing that growth is a continuous journey. The more deeply you desire to improve, the more resilient you become, always searching for ways to better yourself, your habits, and your skills. But desire alone is not enough. Action is what transforms that desire into reality. Many people have big dreams or strong desires, but without action, those dreams remain in the realm of fantasy. The key to improvement is the consistent effort you put forth to make your dreams come true. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of starting something new, but it's the day-to-day actions that matter most in the long run. Action is the bridge that connects. where you are today to where you want to be tomorrow. When you consistently take action, you build momentum. Even if you don't see immediate results, taking action day after day brings progress. Action is how you begin to shape your life and your destiny. Whether it's putting in the hours to master a skill, taking steps to improve your health, or dedicating time to your relationships, consistent action creates change. The more action you take, the more you learn, and the more you grow. It's not about waiting for the right moment, it's about making the moment right through deliberate action. Another critical aspect of improvement is overcoming self-doubt and fear. These two emotions often stand in the way of progress. Doubt makes you question your abilities, and fear keeps you from taking risks. Both are natural responses when you step out of your comfort zone, but they don't have to control you. Instead, use them as signals that you are challenging yourself and growing. Self-doubt often arises when you face new situations or set higher goals, and while it's easy to let it stop you, doubting yourself is actually a sign that you are moving in the right direction. Every time you push through that doubt, you reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Fear, on the other hand, is an emotional response to the unknown. It's what holds you back from trying new things or pursuing your goals. But fear is something that can be overcome by taking small, manageable steps toward your goal. Each time you face your fears and act anyway, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. Overcoming fear doesn't mean you won't feel it, it means that you won't let it control your actions. When you confront doubt and fear with confidence and action, you gain strength and resilience. The ability to move forward despite fear is one of the most powerful traits in the pursuit of improvement. Equally important is consistency. Consistency is what makes improvement sustainable. At first, it's easy to make big strides when you're motivated and excited about change. But motivation can be fleeting, and over time, it's the consistent effort that yields the most significant results. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from the steady, persistent actions you take every day. Consistency turns small habits into powerful routines that shape your life and lead to long-term success. Whether it's consistently working toward a career goal, practicing a skill, or maintaining healthy habits, consistency ensures that you are always moving forward. When you show up every day, no matter how you feel, you build momentum, and that momentum drives you closer to your goals. The more consistently you work toward improvement, the more progress you make, even when you don't see immediate results. Small actions, repeated over time, can create significant changes. Finally, the willingness to learn from failure is a cornerstone of improvement. Failure is often seen as something negative, something to be avoided, but it's actually an essential part of growth. When you fail, you gain valuable lessons about what doesn't work, and you learn how to adjust your approach. Failure is not a reflection of your abilities, but a part of the process of refining your strategy. It's important to view failure as feedback, not as a defeat. Every successful person has encountered failure, but the difference is how they respond to it. Instead of letting failure hold them back, they use it as fuel to keep going. The more willing you are to fail and learn from your mistakes, the faster you grow. Failure teaches you resilience, patience, and adaptability. It helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses and shows you the areas that need improvement. The key is not to fear failure, but to embrace it as an inevitable part of success. Each failure brings you closer to finding the path that works, and with each lesson learned, you become better equipped to reach your goals. It's through failing and rising again that you build the resilience needed to succeed. The desire to get better, a pathway to transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many of you, deep down in your hearts, have ever looked at your life and thought, I know I can do better, I can be better, I can have more? If you're honest with yourself, if you truly examine the quiet moments of reflection in your life, you'll know the answer to that question. The desire to get better, to improve, to rise above this is the core of human ambition. We all have within us the ability to create change, to reinvent ourselves. But the question is, do we have the desire to get better? This isn't a matter of what the world thinks of you. It's a matter of what you think about yourself and your potential. If you're content to simply stay where you are, then you'll never reach your highest potential. But if you hunger for improvement, if you yearn for growth, the world can change for you in ways you've never dreamed possible. The power of desire. Let's start with desire. Desire is the fuel. It's the first spark that lights the fire within. If you want to get better, you have to start with a desire, an overwhelming, burning desire. It doesn't just happen by chance. You don't wake up one day with a sudden urge to become a better person, a better entrepreneur, a better leader, or a better human being. You have to make the decision that you are no longer willing to settle for mediocrity. Many people dream of improvement. They talk about it. They wish for it. They say things like, I want to be successful, but there's a big difference between wishing and desiring. A wish is passive, but a desire is active. A wish is something that floats in the air. A desire is something that pulls you forward. When you desire something deeply enough, you won't rest until you achieve it. I remember a time in my life when I was working a regular job, and I said to myself, there has to be more than this. I desired something better, something greater. I had no idea exactly how it would happen or where it would lead me, but I knew one thing for sure: I couldn't stay where I was. I had to grow. That desire led me to a life of achievement, to a life that was far beyond what I ever thought was possible. And the same is true for you. The desire to get better is the first step. The moment you begin to truly desire improvement, you will notice changes happening all around you, setting the foundation for change. Now, desire alone won't get you to your destination. If you want to get better, you must take action. The road to improvement requires more than just wanting it. You need a plan. You need a strategy. A dream without a plan is simply a wish. A wish is not going to change your life, but when you combine your desire with a plan, you've created the foundation for success. What does your plan look like? How are you going to improve? What actions will you take to elevate yourself? If you don't have a plan, you might as well be wandering in the dark. To get better, you need to figure out the specific steps to take. Start by asking yourself, what can I do today that will make me better tomorrow? It's all about making small improvements every single day. Don't expect to leap from where you are to where you want to be overnight. It's not going to happen. But if you commit to consistent growth, one small improvement at a time, you will eventually look back and be amazed at how far you've come. The will to change. The desire to get better is not only about dreaming big and taking action, it's also about developing the will to change. Now, let me tell you something about change. It's not easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things you will ever do. Change requires effort. It requires persistence. It requires discipline. You have to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. You have to challenge your habits and your mindset. This is where most people fail. They want change, but they don't want to put in the work. They expect things to happen without sacrifice, without discomfort. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you push past your limitations, when you do things that others aren't willing to do. If you want to get better, you have to be willing to put in the time, the energy, and the effort. You have to embrace the discomfort of change, because that's where the magic happens. The importance of self-discipline. You've heard the saying, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going, and let me tell you, it's true. Motivation is that initial burst of energy when you make the decision to improve. But discipline is what takes you the distance. Motivation can be fleeting, it comes and goes. But discipline is the foundation that carries you through the tough days, through the moments when you want to quit, through the obstacles that will inevitably show up in your path. Self-discipline is the ability to keep going even when things are hard, even when you don't feel like it. It's getting up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's working late when you're tired. It's doing what's necessary, even when you'd rather do something else. And over time, that discipline compounds. The small actions you take every day getting better, pushing forward, making progress, they stack up. And as they do, your life transforms. Overcoming doubt and fear. If you want to get better, you will face resistance. You will face doubt. You will face fear. But understand, this fear is not a sign to stop. Fear is a sign that you're on the right track. Fear means you're stepping out of your comfort zone. It means you're pushing your limits. The moment you feel fear creeping in, that's the moment you should lean in and move forward with more determination. Doubt will also arise. It's natural. We all doubt ourselves from time to time. But here's the secret: you don't have to eliminate doubt to succeed. What you need to do is acknowledge the doubt and then take action anyway. Doubt is just a feeling. It's not a fact. When you take action despite doubt, you build confidence. And confidence comes from action, not from waiting for the doubt to disappear. The power of consistency. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this: consistency is the key to success. It's not about taking massive, sporadic leaps toward improvement. It's about showing up every single day, no matter what, and doing the work. The person who improves the most is not necessarily the one who has the most talent, but the one who shows up the most consistently. Success is not a one-time event. It's a series of small victories. It's about doing what you know you need to do every single day for a long period of time. And I promise you, over time, that consistency will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. The role of mentors and learning. But let me also say this: you don't have to do it alone. If you want to get better, find someone who has already walked the path you want to walk. Find someone who has achieved what you want to achieve and learn from them. A mentor is someone who can guide you, teach you, and help you avoid the mistakes they made along the way. Learning is one of the most important things you can do on your journey to improvement. Never stop learning. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. Always seek new knowledge, new skills, and new experiences. The more you learn, the better you become. The rewards of improvement. Now, let's talk about the rewards. There's a great satisfaction that comes with improvement. You might not see the results immediately, but I promise you, if you stay the course, the rewards will come. When you get better, you become more valuable not only to yourself, but to others. You attract better opportunities. You become a better leader, a better friend, a better employee, a better person. But more importantly, the true reward is the person you become in the process. The journey of getting better is not just about achieving more, it's about growing into the person you were always meant to be. When you become better, everything in your life gets better. Commit to the journey. So my friends, I ask you today, do you have the desire to get better? If you do, then commit to the journey. Commit to your own personal growth. Commit to the small steps, the hard work, the discipline, and the consistency. Commit to overcoming fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And I promise you, if you do, you will transform your life. You have within you the power to create the life you want. The only question is, are you willing to do what it takes to get better? Are you willing to commit to your own growth, to your own improvement? The choice is yours. The desire to improve is the cornerstone of all personal growth. It is the driving force behind every action you take, every decision you make, and every step you take toward a better version of yourself. Without this desire, nothing changes. The world remains the same, and you stay exactly where you are. You see, improvement doesn't happen by accident. It requires a deliberate and intentional decision to push for something more, to reach for something greater. It's a fire that burns inside you, a force that propels you forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain or difficult. Desire is what separates those who settle for mediocrity from those who achieve greatness. It's the difference between someone who is content with the status quo and someone who is determined to surpass their current circumstances and make a meaningful impact. When you desire improvement, you tap into a wellspring of motivation that drives you to keep going, even when challenges arise. This is because desire doesn't just come from a place of thought, it comes from deep within the heart. It's a visceral, almost instinctive pull toward betterment. The key here is recognizing that desire is more than just a passing thought. It is a constant, unwavering force that stays with you, urging you to become better day by day. To desire improvement means acknowledging that where you are right now is not the end of the journey, it's the beginning. Many people get stuck in life because they stop desiring anything beyond their current situation. They become complacent, convinced that their current circumstances are as good as it gets. But when you have a strong desire to improve, you realize that there is always room for growth. There is always a way to get better, whether it's through acquiring new skills, refining existing talents, or transforming your mindset. The more you desire to improve, the more you understand that improvement is a continuous journey, not a destination. Each day brings new opportunities to expand your capabilities and challenge your limits. Desire is what pushes you out of your comfort zone. It forces you to take risks and step into the unknown, even when the fear of failure or uncertainty tries to hold you back. Many people live their lives in a safe bubble, never challenging themselves to become more than what they are. They get stuck in routines, afraid to break free and chase something bigger. But when you have the desire to improve, you know that growth happens outside of that comfort zone. Improvement only comes when you are willing to step into uncomfortable situations, to face the challenges that will push you to your limits and teach you things about yourself that you never knew before. Having a desire for improvement also means you're willing to face adversity head-on. The path to growth is never a smooth one. It's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But your desire to improve will give you the strength to overcome these challenges. It will remind you that the struggle is part of the process. It is through facing difficulties and learning from them that you grow. Those moments of hardship don't define you, they refine you. Desire acts as a beacon of light during tough times, reminding you that each setback is just another step forward on your journey toward becoming better. What's powerful about desire is that it's personal. It doesn't rely on external validation or approval. Your desire for improvement is not influenced by what others think or what society expects from you. It's about what you want for yourself. It's about the vision you have for your life and the person you strive to become. No one else can dictate your desire to improve. It's something you must cultivate within yourself. And the beauty of this is that once you develop a strong desire to improve, nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable because your focus is internal, your drive is rooted in your own aspirations, not in the opinions or limitations of others. This desire also gives you clarity. When you desire improvement, you begin to see life differently. You look at every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Whether it's a failure or a success, your desire for improvement helps you extract lessons from everything you go through. It gives you the perspective you need to turn challenges into stepping stones and setbacks into comebacks. The more you desire improvement, the more you realize that growth is not linear, it's a journey with ups and downs. And through every twist and turn, your desire keeps you focused on the bigger picture, becoming the best version of yourself. The desire to improve gives you purpose. It fuels your actions and provides a deeper meaning to everything you do. When you desire improvement, you no longer go through the motions of life. You live with intention. Every task, every decision, and every moment becomes part of your larger goal of growth. You begin to see the connection between small actions and big changes. You realize that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. And this sense of purpose drives you forward, giving you the motivation to keep improving even when the road gets tough.